Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to share this journey with you. Today, we're exploring something, well, truly monumental. The sheer historical magnitude and, honestly, the miraculous survival of Shandong. If you aren't familiar, Shandong is located in the sacred city of Qufu, and it refers to the magnificent temple, cemetery, and mansion of Confucius. We're talking about a sprawling architectural and cultural masterpiece that is literally the epicenter of traditional Confucian culture. It's not just a physical space, right? It's a testament to thousands of years of human thought. We're going to look at how this incredible site survived against all odds, guided by the source material that documents its epic history. So, let's just dive right in.
Section 1. 42 Years of Protection, a lifelong vow to Shandong.
42. Now that's not just a statistic. It represents a lifelong commitment. This is the sheer number of years a single modern guardian from our source material has devoted exclusively to this one site. Just imagine that for a second. Dedicating over 4 decades of your life, day in and day out, to walking the exact same ancient grounds, inspecting the exact same ancient bricks.
Listen to this absolute singular focus. I have worked here for 42 years, doing only one thing: repairing and protecting Shandong. I mean, wow. In our modern world, filled with, constant distractions and career shifts, this guardian has maintained just an unwavering vow. They've totally lost count of how many times they've inspected these ancient structures. It's a staggering level of devotion that immediately makes us wonder, what exactly are they protecting it from?
Well, every single day, our modern guardian battles micro-threats. We're talking wind, blowing grass seeds that take root in roof tiles, and hidden insects crawling deep within the ancient wood. Literally, every single brick and tile in this massive complex is vulnerable to these tiny, almost invisible dangers. But you really have to contrast that with the macro threats of history. Over the millennia, Shandong has faced massive, existential dangers, imperial decrees aiming to wipe it out, devastating lightning fires, and of course, the relentless march of time. Let's explore how all this builds into a truly epic historical saga.
Section 2. Surviving the Qin Decree, defying an empire to save history.
Okay, so to really understand the survival, we have to look at the timeline. We're going to begin in ancient antiquity in 213 BC, leap forward to a massive Ming dynasty expansion in 1377, face a catastrophic fire in 1724, and finally arrive at a profound architectural survey in 1935. Let's start at the very beginning.
The year is 213 BC, and you guys, this was a time of sheer terror for scholars and philosophers. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the very first emperor of a unified China, issues a brutal decree, the burning of books and the burying of scholars. His goal was to consolidate power by entirely erasing opposing ideologies, primarily Confucian knowledge. The very foundation of what Shandong represents was, quite literally, on the verge of being erased from history forever.
So, how in the world did this knowledge survive? Well, it came down to an incredibly brave act of rebellion. Confucius's 9th-generation descendant, a man named Qufu, took action. Knowing the emperor's forces were actively destroying texts, Qufu secretly hid the most sacred documents, including the Analects and the Book of Documents, right inside the walls of the mansion. He quite literally built the knowledge into the architecture to save it. And because of this one micro-narrative of bravery, these foundational texts were preserved for all future generations. Incredible, right?
Section 3. Royal Rebuilds and Fire, Architecture as a Reflection of Reverence.
Now, by the time we reach the Ming Dynasty, the narrative has completely shifted from persecution to profound reverence. In 1377, Ming Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang ordered a massive rebuilding of the Kang Mansion into a highly organized 9-courtyard layout. It was really at this moment that the architectural scale of Shandong initially took shape. The residence of Confucius' descendants became so grand, so meticulously structured from front to back that it earned the legendary title, the first family in the world.
But as we know, history is rarely a smooth upward trajectory. I want you to imagine the horror of the year 1724. A sudden, violent lightning strike hits the Dachen Hall, the most sacred building in the entire complex. The temple is absolutely engulfed in flames and suffers catastrophic damage. It is a devastating blow. So you have to ask, how do you rebuild a monument of this magnitude after such a devastating lightning strike?
Well, the answer lies in an unprecedented royal response.
Emperor Yongzheng of the Qing dynasty immediately intervened. He expressed profound reverence for Confucius. But here's the absolutely fascinating detail. To show this respect, Emperor Yongzheng broke all the established rules of the empire. He ordered the temple to be rebuilt using forbidden royal specifications, architectural designs and scales normally reserved exclusively for the emperor himself. He essentially elevated a philosopher's temple to the status of an imperial palace. And because of this breathtaking level of respect, and honestly, the high-quality royal construction, the temple remains perfectly intact to this very day.
Section 4. An enduring spiritual palace, the unbroken dignity of Shandong.
Jumping ahead to 1935, the famous architectural historian Liang Sicheng conducted a detailed survey of Shandong to prepare for its repair. After examining everything we've just discussed, he made this profound realization. He said, "No matter how dynasties changed, the dignity of this temple courtyard was never damaged." Just think about that for a second. Through the rise and fall of entire empires, through book burnings and lightning fires, the core dignity of Shandong remained untouched. Our modern guardian from the beginning of our explainer actually noted that reading this exact quote gave them an unprecedented sense of the sheer weight and importance of protecting this site.
So let's zoom back into that modern guardian's lifelong practice. It's this quiet, daily dedication that perfectly matches the grandeur of the emperors before them. Their life is basically a continuous loop. Step 1, dedicating a lifetime to meticulous architectural repair, fighting those grass seeds and insects. Step 2, fulfilling the historic mission of following the ancient sage. And finally, Step 3, guarding the spiritual palace safely for the world and for future descendants. It is, exactly as they call it, a lifetime of cultivation.
And that cultivation is deeply rooted in the very text saved in those walls thousands of years ago. The Guardian's mission echoes the ancient philosophical chants that have rung through these courtyards for centuries, like the opening of the Great Learning, Dak Shui Ji Dao, Zai Ming Ming Da. The way of the Great Learning lies in illuminating luminous virtue. It's just a continuous, unbroken line of spiritual and physical preservation. Which really leaves us with this final, lingering thought. We've seen a man dedicate 42 years of his life to plucking grass seeds from ancient tiles, continuing a legacy of preservation that stretches back past emperors and lightning strikes, all the way to a man hiding scrolls in a wall in 213 BC. So I want to leave you with this question. What modern institutions are we building today that will inspire such incredible devotion thousands of years from now? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I will see you next time.